Okay, we're going to get started. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first session of Monday Affiliate Summit. Got a little speech here. We appreciate your time and effort, so thanks for being here. We value and rely on attendee feedback to continually improve the quality of the show. Please take the time to remind all session attendees to fill out the feedback forms. They may turn them in to any staff member in the back. Each day, 6 forms will be randomly drawn to receive a Networking Plus pass for the next show. Also, to help you with your session's time management, the room monitors will be holding up signage to blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that was, well, they didn't tell me when to stop, so I just kept writing. All right. My name is Greg Hoffman. I am an outsourced program manager. I put together this panel 3 years ago, so this is the 4th one that we've done. We've mixed it up a little bit, and basically we're teaching affiliate managers to how to window dress for bringing in new affiliates, and we're teaching affiliates how to look for good programs. So I'm going to introduce our panel, and I'm going to read from the cheat sheet. First is Jennifer Myers-Ward. She is the CEO of Ebove and Beyond, an online marketing veteran with over 18 years experience. She worked with Amazon in Europe prior to starting her agency 12 years ago. She is the mother of 2. She's a dedicated CrossFit and runner and an avid sports fan, specifically North Carolina sports teams, and soon Buccaneers. Next is Mike Buechele. He is a vet of the ad technology industry. He's helped grow some of the biggest companies in digital media, including DoubleClick and AOL. He is a performance marketer and the founder of Adalytical, an ad tech agency servicing advertisers, publishers, and media buyers. And finally, we have Christen Moynihan. She is the editorial and accounts manager for The Broke-Ass Bride, an award-winning wedding blog that helps brides rock a badass wedding without breaking the bank. When not wrangling unicorns, Christen is exploring, stuffing her face with the best food around, and enjoying every last sip of whiskey in her glass on the rocks. And she's really good at high fives. And what is your new title?
Try it.
What is your new title?
Head bitch in charge of accounts, editorial, and unicorn wrangling. Thank you.
That's awesome. All right, so that's enough about us. What we're going to do is we're going to, I've already got pulled up, we're going to log into ShareAcel, my preferred network, as an affiliate. So you're going to go through my affiliate account to look at this. And we will be I've already logged into the last affiliate programs over the last 20 days to sign up with ShareAcel. And we're going to be looking at them and critiquing them. And if there's anyone in the audience that has a ShareAcel program, after we go through the first couple and you see how we're going to critique them, whether it's a new program or an old program, we can pull it up for you, and we would love the audience participation. So we'll be nice. If we're going to be critical, it's going to be helpful. So please volunteer in about 20 minutes. So let's go into the account. There we go. So like I said, we've already gone into the interface to look for the ones that have joined in the last 20 days. And we pull them up based on EPC numbers, the earnings per click. So the number one here is Software King. Anyone here from Software King? Okay, good. Since they're the first ones, they're the ones with the highest EPC, we're going to start with them. They joined on August 8th, so that's pretty new, yeah. And they've already got their 7-day EPC is $292. So when you click, where is it? This one, you get to pull up their ShareAcel page. Okay, so they've got a logo on there. It's a little hard on a small screen. They're online. Sales commission is 7%. Campaign start date August 1st. Let's scroll down. And I've already seen a couple red flags. So, Jennifer, what do you see?
Auto approve.
Yeah. Auto approve. What do we think about auto approve?
No good.
Why?
Because you need to pay attention to who you're letting in your program. And as well as that, it's good to know when they come in, if they're a really strong affiliate for your brand, to reach out to them immediately, thanking them for joining the program and giving them some ideas of how to promote the products.
Okay. So we keep all of ours on manual approval. One disclosure item, we're not going to look at either one of our programs. This is going to be just the new programs, and if we have any new programs that show up on here, we're just going to skip those. We don't need to be talking about our own programs. All right, so let's look at EPC average sale. Michael, look at the average sale. Tell me what you see. What do you like about that?
My eyesight's going. You pointed out to me.
Seven-day average sale is $221.
Wow.
And they've been online for 10 days.
Really?
Yep. So we still haven't looked to see what they're doing.
Exactly. I mean, it's the first thing I'm thinking of. If they've only been online for 7 days and it's over $200, I want to see what are they selling. And from here, I'm already a quick look at the numbers. I already want to dive in and take a look and see more about the landing page, more about the site, their banners. I mean, I'm already curious to find out what the heck they're doing.
Okay. Well, let's scroll down and see if there's anything else we can see, and then we'll actually go to their page. They do have some terms of agreement. Jen, look here. Down at the bottom of their merchant provided description, the last one, it says, we provide 8% for a new customer and work on a sliding scale model for repeat customers. So that's a little bit of a contradiction. Their commission structure is 7%, but they're saying they pay 8%. Right. Christen, would that incentivize you at all?
No, it wouldn't. I mean, just from an editorial perspective, it's not consistent enough for me. It might immediately be something that I'd be like, well, they don't have their stuff together, and that's a turnoff.
All right. So let's open up, and this is always fun because you never know what's going to happen when you open up a web page live. And we've done this in practice, and we've gotten some doozies. So if there's some music that plays or anything happens, I will be trying to shut it down as fast as possible. So we're going to go to softwareking.com. So we've got your bases covered with multiple versions of 2010 Microsoft Office. It's a scrolling panel, Windows 7. They've got some good products. What do you think of the page? Anyone?
I like it. I mean, look, I come here, I can see these guys, they look like they know what they're doing as far as putting up a web presence. They're featuring good, well-known brand names.
I would have one question there. Can you scroll back again?
Sure.
It's got phone orders. They mentioned that, which is fine. It's a good thing to have from a shopping perspective for shoppers if they have a question. But as an affiliate, you might be interested in knowing how that, if you send someone there and they end up clicking and calling in a phone order, how is that going to be tracked? Are you going to get credit for it? So not necessarily a red flag, but something to think about.
Okay. Well, it's a good-looking site. There's no audio playing. That's good. Good products. Do they have anything down there at the bottom? See, one thing that we do like to put is down there in the info.
Yeah.
I want to, if it's my merchant, I'm going to put on there, I'm going to tell the merchant to put on an affiliate page, a link to a description page on their site so that their customers could become affiliates. We always have to have that. For mine, Cindy always writes that page and tells the merchant, got to put it on there. So these guys are fresh. They haven't done it yet, but hopefully they will.
So Greg, I did have one question. I didn't catch it on the other page, but do they have a data feed?
Let's go back and look. We'll close that off. Did I just shut the whole thing down? I sure did. Okay, well, talk amongst yourself for a couple minutes.
I did notice on their affiliate program page versus their actual web page, the branding's inconsistent. Software King, the K was capitalized on their actual web page, but in their affiliate program, it wasn't. That can be really confusing to new affiliates or any affiliate in general, or just editorial people, because you don't know, if you're going in grabbing links and you see Software King and the K is lowercase, you're probably going to write it like that because that's what you're used to seeing. But you go to the web page and it's different, then it becomes a branding issue. You want to be consistent with that.
Yeah, and I guess when when Greg gets it back up, we'll see what the banners will look like as well. Are they having the brand presented differently in the banners,
Right.
and what landing pages do those go to? So as the affiliate, I'm looking at consistency.
Yes.
From the second that the message gets to whoever the user or the this prospective person who's getting this, I want it consistent throughout the entire process. So.
Well, that's how you also build brand recognition, and that's how you have a bigger customer base, return customers, all that. I know our readership, they really want to know about the brand that they're working with. They want the consistency across the board with the brand. And that's how we generate sales, which is obviously good for everybody. So,
Okay, we're back. Do you see it?
No, I don't see data feed.
No data feed.
Okay, so how many products do you think you saw? 16, 20, 30?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
All right, so it's a very simple process to build a small data feed. It doesn't look like they have a ton of products. I have a client that has 7 million products on their website. Data feed's down to about 36,000. That's a fairly complex data feed to manage. These guys from their website look like probably have 30 or 40 at the most. So and we love data feed affiliates. So data feed affiliates are very easy to manage. They use tools to manage the data feed, create their own pages. So this company is missing out right now in not providing a data feed for those affiliates.
Does it have auto pay, Greg? Or auto
No, it does not.
Yeah, that's another thing that's good to see on there, that as an affiliate, if for some reason it gets below the threshold, you'll still get paid, because otherwise, if their credit card gets below, if they don't have auto pay, then there's no way to pull funding to pay affiliates. So auto pay is a good safety net for affiliates.
Yeah, on ShareCell, when you hit 0, you're offline. So, and there's redirects to handle it, but still, it's, Christen, do you see that? You see any merchants go offline?
oh yeah, all the time.
Okay.
All the time. And if I see it more than a couple times with one or two merchants, they're pretty much done with me. It's for me personally, it's an impatience thing. I don't want to have to go through and change links and deal with that and pull banners and all that stuff. If it happens more times than not, then you're done. Sorry, not that sorry.
Not that sorry.
And as an OPM, it's hard to keep credit cards on file because credit cards expire, and every once in a while you'll notice that you're running programs as best as possible and you're offline. All of a sudden it just happens, and it happens Saturday night at midnight because there was a big sale that came through and the credit card had not been updated, and sometimes that's hard for us to catch. So, but as an affiliate, you can go in there and look to see their uptime history. So. And if you ever see it consistently as an affiliate, you got to talk to your affiliate manager and say, what's going on? Why are you always offline? And convince them to put a credit card on there.
Actually, I was just about to follow up on that, on your affiliate manager. Was there a contact on the for affiliate manager? Is this being who to?
There's nothing in the program
Talk to.
description.
Guys, that's so key. So key. Put your affiliate manager in there. Put somebody that you can contact.
Yeah.
Somebody that, it's not just through the network, but somebody you can actually have their email or, the company, the affiliate management company that they work for, so that you have multiple lines of communication. Because going through the network doesn't always work. You don't always get somebody. And when you need answers about your program, you want answers about your program so that you can continue to have a good relationship and generate sales. Because without that, what are you doing?
Yeah. I mean, I want to make sure there's a person on the other end of this. Looking at it as a new affiliate, if I can't see a contact here, if you go back to their site, I look for the information on their site. Is there contact information there? Do they on the About Us? Is it so many times I see a company that I'm interested in, or they have a product I'm interested in, but the About Us is this generic paragraph of, we are a company of seasoned vets who do this and that. I'm like, who are you? You're the CEO. What's your name? Do you have a link going to your LinkedIn profile? I'm looking for that because I want to talk to somebody. If it's, I've been disappointed so many times. A great product, a great company, but I got this generic about us. I'm like, that's it. I'm not doing business with you. I'm not going to give you my money.
Well, it could be genetic.
Or it could be genetic.
I was going to say, too, from the merchant and agency side, I think it's important to show affiliates that you care enough about that program, that you have someone dedicated, and that you care enough about the brand and that you value that. So from the flip side of that.
Absolutely.
And one of my pet peeves is especially when we've done this over the years, is we'll come across one, and I think we will, where it says the affiliate team. Okay, that's not good enough. You have to put a name on there. It's not just the affiliate team. Just put someone's name on there. Be brave. Put your name out there. Be proud of your affiliate program. Don't worry that you're going to be stalked. You will be by some of those affiliates that are not happy. So, but you still have to put your name out there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back, and I won't close it out this time. So we're going to look at that. Look at number 2. Mike, we did one of those last year. It's Christmas Tree Market.
Awesome.
It's not the same one. That's a completely different merchant. So this time last year, there was a Christmas tree merchant that had just joined ShareASale, and we trashed that one.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're even online anymore. You want to look at that one?
Greg, if you keep talking about trashing it and people going offline, no one out here is going to volunteer at any point in time.
Well, no, that helped that they weren't here. If you're here, we'll be very nice. All right, so we'll look at number 2 real quick. Christmas Tree Market, it's in the Home and Garden. What did I click there? How do I click out of that? Cancel. Oh, this is fun.
Do you need your tech manager up there to help you?
No.
Yes.
What is this? ShareASale baskets, I didn't see that. Okay, Christmas Tree Market, let's go to that page. They do have high EPC, that's why they're number 2 in the last 20 days.
Yeah.
Look at that commission. That is beautiful, look at that. 2% commission. Kristen,
that's
would you
worth
join
it.
it? Would you join that program, just based on that?
Absolutely not.
Trees of all colors and sizes. Is anyone here from Christmas Tree Market? All right.
There's one right there in black, yes, no?
Yes? Really? Oh,
She's
thank
kidding.
God.
That's why I called her out.
Okay. All right, so look at the vitals. Jen, what do you see?
I see a data feed.
Yep,
I see auto pay,
yep.
which
That
is good. I
yep,
don't see auto approve, which is good.
right.
We've already touched on the commission.
They have high EPC.
EPC,
There's
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not worth it.
2% commission.
That's what I mean, yeah.
What's their average sale?
300?
Yeah. Average commission is $6.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
They're really sharing there.
Oh, look at this. Look at Cheers. Look at who signed it. It says Christmas Tree Market
That was
Affiliate
just for
Team.
you.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Right after.
Oh, Greg, coupon sites are 2, 6% for content sites.
Oh, okay. So they must be doing it manually, putting content sites up to a higher level, but the default is 2. So you start out at 2 and you have to go up to 6.
Well, and then it goes up to 12, it looks like.
Okay.
Which, is interesting because it's just, I guess they have to put the minimum because that's what you're going to get.
Right.
But it seems like that people might not get to this point to read this if they just see the 2 and the stats,
Right.
Greg, you mentioned checking the time history. Is that visible on this page?
It should be.
It could be.
If they're low funding,
But you can see that, though.
You can.
Yeah.
I'll have to fish around for it. But it does say dedicated affiliate management team, so it might be one of our friends. We don't know. But they didn't put their name on there.
I know, shame on them.
All right. Let's look at
Where does it show data feed? So I don't know.
this right here, the O's and 1s right here. That's the data feed.
That's data feed.
That means they have a data feed.
Yeah.
This right here is auto deposit. This is the tracking gap for the cookie. Okay?
I just learned something too, so.
All right. Kristen,
thought I
any
was psychic.
hints on where to find uptime history?
No clue.
You might have to actually be joined to the program to find uptime history.
But
That's something you can check when you're qualifying a publisher.
Right.
if, I will say, on this page right here, if they have low funding or they happen to be offline at that time, it does come up right here on their program page. But that doesn't tell you past stuff, that's just,
recent.
There's a link on the
There it is.
second slide.
Yeah,
I got
it
it.
used to be here someplace, yeah.
There it is. Program uptime history. All right. So they, offline, okay, they've not had any problems yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Yeah. How old was the program? Greg? That's all right, you can go into banners.
You're in banners.
I don't know how I clicked on banners, but let me go back real quick.
You're breaking the internet again.
I know.
Daniel.
Daniel,
Can you right-click and hit back? There you go.
let's see. What was I looking for?
When they went online. I mean, I just wanted to know how old the program was. They're
It
new.
should be
August
campaign
11th?
start date, July 29th.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So what we could do is, and we're probably not going to find any because the program's too new, but here you can look at view recent newsletters, current coupons, deals, program uptime history, PPC guidelines, and any bonus campaigns. So these are all available to you before you join, right through the network.
Yeah, I mean, that's all stuff that I would need to know. I mean,
Right.
yeah, what's their PPC guidelines? I want to know that because I'm making search ads. You know, can I use display? Can I put the display on certain sites or certain brand keywords off limits? All that stuff I need to know before I join. You know, I'm not going to join and then find out I can't do the way I normally do business. So that's not going to work.
All right, so let's scroll down. We're going back to the main page and look for one that does not have any EPC. So we've got to scroll down, see how far we can go. We're in the 15s.
I also will say, if you don't put any guidelines in, I'm going to do pretty much anything I want.
Absolutely. No holds barred.
Yeah.
Did you see that one? Can't start there. I did pass. There's a couple zeros we passed up here, so let's go back up. Which one is the first one? There's one with a 2-cent EPC. So where do you want to start? What is this? Pajama Mania. Let's look at Pajama Mania.
Is it all one word? I can't see that far.
Is it one word?
Pajamamania.com.
It's a mouthful.
So they started on July 29th, and they've had no sales yet, according to this. They've got a logo. They're paying 15% commission. Tracking cookie lasts for 90 days.
Inconsistent with branding. That was the first thing I noticed.
No data feed. Yeah, they're probably in the hundreds of products, so they would definitely need a data feed on this one.
But they probably have footy pajamas, so.
They probably
Sales yet?
do. No sales. Okay.
Oh, they put a picture.
Oh, it's one of our friends. It's
Yes.
Anita.
I know.
All right, so we're going to be nice and not look at Pajama Mania. But Anita's
That's
got
a
her
very good
picture
thing.
on there. She's got her signature on there. She's got her aim.
Yeah.
She's got her phone number. That's the way to put together a program description right there.
Yeah, that's good.
And Roger will be happy that we talked nice about it. And I'll say nice things about Anita.
But
But-
Roger's not here, so we can't.
I would still say they need a data feed, and they're probably in the process of doing that.
And auto pay would be another good thing to know.
Right. All right, so let's go back and look at somebody else. We're not looking at the next one. Skipping over. Canada's gift baskets. Let's do that one. Okay. 10% commission. 60-day cookie. Auto approve. Yeah. For those of you that came in later, we don't like auto approve. We want you to manage your programs manually and make sure you know who the affiliates are that are joining your program and how they're going to promote you. And if you leave it on auto approve, you'll never know any of that information. Let's see.
Hey, Greg.
Yes. Go ahead.
Getting back to what you said, if the merchant doesn't put in terms and conditions, you start using branded keywords, they decide, oops, we forgot to put in our terms and conditions. How's that situation usually handled?
Well, the question is, if you don't put in your terms and conditions and someone starts promoting it that way, how do you handle it? Jen, how would you handle that?
Well, when you change your terms, immediately a email gets sent out through the network to let all affiliates know that there's been a change in the terms and what the terms are. Clearly, you can't go back, but you can say, starting now, these are the new terms. It can be somewhat damaging, but at the same time, you can also offer, we've changed our terms to this, however, we're willing to work with you. You know, give some options or some ways of working together.
Somebody who's already invested, let's say, a considerable amount of time and effort, in, let's say, a BBC campaign, do they have to take it down?
They would have to take
They
it
would have
down.
to take it down.
Yep,
Yeah. If it's not going to be compliant with the new terms,
yep.
Yeah.
you have to be compliant. If not, if you violate the terms in any of my programs and you are not going to fix that, then I can go back and reverse your sales
Yeah.
and boot you out of the program.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about a merchant's mistake. It is, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is. Well, I guess we manage the programs. I was going to say, I don't see it that often. I mean, with people, even when, you know, if they've had a program and they have us come in and take it over, usually there's something in there about PPC. But, I mean, you've got a valid point. I'm not sure how.
Give me an example.
Yeah.
No Facebook, no whatever, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you spend, God knows, a month creating a perfect campaign.
Right.
And you say, "Oops, we have to put that in there."
Well, the one thing that we're all going to say is that as an affiliate, you should be talking to that affiliate manager as much as possible.
Yeah.
You need to track them down and ask them. It would be better if you ask permission before instead of after, because if you're violating the terms of service, well, I know he might not, but well, I want you to talk to your affiliate manager as much as possible and be on board and come up with promotions that they're happy with. So because they will go back and we might discover that, and we didn't put that in the terms of service, so now we're going to do it. But that's the way it is.
Sales fixes everything. I'll say that. I mean, if you're showing up enough volume and you're converting like crazy, the merchants will work with you. Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
Depends.
Oh, well, and Christen, have you seen a lot of changes of terms of service that have affected you?
Not so much that they've affected me, but the ones that I find the most helpful are, obviously I got the email from the network, but if my affiliate manager also reaches out and says, hey, you might have seen this email, but I just want to double check, it all goes back to the relationship. I'm more likely to work with an affiliate manager who I actually have a relationship with, who I talk to pretty much on the regular, who reaches out to me and I can reach out to them, versus somebody that's just like, oh yeah, we're changing things, but I'm not going to really talk to you about it at all. It's a turnoff as an affiliate. You know.
All right, so let's get back. Canada's gift baskets, auto approve, no sales yet, earn 10% sale with product purchases ranging from $30 to $100. We've been in the gift basket business for over 10 years and have a high converting website in place for your traffic. That's a good line to put in there. You want to tell affiliates that you have a high converting website. You can't lie. You've got it. You can't bluff it, because if an affiliate's going to start sending clicks and they're not seeing those high conversions, they're not going to promote you much longer. But if you're confident and you put that in your program description, that's a good thing.
That's a really good point, Greg. I've just recently experienced this where I've been sending a holy buttload of traffic to certain merchants, to certain websites, and I'm not getting any conversions. And I know it's not me at that point, it's them. So that's where, well, because I can only do so much. I can't be the customer service. I can tell you about it, but I can't be it. And if you don't have high converting traffic, but you're like, yeah, we're awesome, but we don't convert at all, what's the point for me? Where does that get me? That puts me at working my butt off to get you the clicks, and then you doing nothing for me in exchange.
So look at their terms of agreement. Normally mine's probably about a 500-word essay, very plain English. There's no legalese in there. But theirs says, we take orders worldwide, but only deliver to Canadian addresses. Let's ponder that one for a second. But that's their terms. So eventually, they're going to have to add in more terms, just in case they start to see anybody going in there and violating or using paid search in a way that the merchant wasn't expecting them to. So merchants don't understand affiliate marketing. They don't understand all of the different models. And once they start seeing sales and they want to analyze where those sales are coming from, then that's when they start thinking, well, why aren't we doing that? So it does open up their minds, especially new merchants. All right, so do we want to look at the website here?
Yeah,
She doesn't, but we will.
I do.
All right, we'll just
So
open it
yes.
up real quick. All right, Canada's gift baskets. Let's see if we have a winner.
They don't have a data feed. You know how that irks me.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
It makes my skin crawl.
And gift baskets are going to have hundreds of products, so
Yeah.
they definitely need one.
I mean, there's so much you could do with that as a data feed, or even as any kind of affiliate that wants to pull that information in.
I don't really like the header. See, as in this industry, we can make fun of the websites. We constantly critique the websites. Affiliates and affiliate managers can go back to the merchant and say, you know what, we've got a little bit more experience at this, and we don't think you should put your Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and PayPal buttons all the way up there. It's nice to have them on the homepage, but why use that space? Look at all that extra space up there.
Yeah. I mean, affiliates, obviously, I mean, to your point, Kristen, probably need to make sure that they go and check out what the website looks like before, even if you like the product. I mean, that could be a deal breaker. You get there. I mean, these are your, these are your people, and you want to make sure you're giving them a good experience, because even though it's not your site, it's still kind of an extension of you and your brand.
Right. I know with our readers on the Broadcast Bride, I know that if they don't trust what I say, and so I'm like the penultimate of, merchants and whoever, like, if I say it's okay, then it's probably going to be okay for them, most of the time. But if I'm sending them to something that looks crappy from my beautiful website, that hinders on my credibility, and then I lose readers, and then they lose sales, and it's not fun. Losers.
I do get suggestions from affiliates all the time, sometimes daily, from certain affiliates. I'm not looking at anyone. But
It's 'cause he's not trying to look
the
at me.
affiliates definitely look at merchant sites because they want to see how the merchants are presenting themselves. And I take all of those suggestions and I send them to the merchant and say, okay, an affiliate has just pointed out a glaring problem because they're on the front lines. So, and I always encourage the merchants, listen to what the affiliates say. And don't just say, this is my baby, I don't want to listen to anybody else. These are the affiliates are your pre-sales force. You've got to listen to them and at least take some of their suggestions.
Yeah, I'm interested in the landing pages. I mean, we're looking at
Yes.
at the homepage here, and I see all these products, and there's still no data feed.
You want to click on one?
Yeah, click on one, because from my perspective, I hope every page looks like this, huh?
You can't see, they have no
It's-
product
logo
I have to
available.
scroll down to get to the product.
Yep.
No, I need
It's too much work.
above the fold, that the famed hero shot. Here's the product. Look how freaking amazing this thing is. Buy it. Here's the button.
Yeah.
That's what I want the landing page to be. Because I'm going to be pre-selling and getting the right person to come to that landing page. So by the time they're there, they can't wait to throw their credit card through the computer. That's what I want. So if they're getting all this, I mean, this is what they come to.
Yeah.
They have to scroll down to even get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we're at 9:36. Let's take any suggestions from the audience and we'll pull them up. Does anyone have a Share SO program they would like to?
Question.
Sure, go ahead.
I actually have no idea what a data feed is. Someone tell me what it is.
Who would like to volunteer?
It's a list of all your products on an Excel sheet form, is pretty much what it comes down to. So it's all the information about the products from 1 to 10 or from 1 to 25,000. All your products, any listings about it. It's an Excel or spreadsheet of all the data that makes up what the landing page would look like, with the product in there, the buy button, and
That would include the small image, the large image,
Right.
the title, the price, shipping information, the
Yeah.
SKUs, everything associated with that one product. You put it in a data feed, and the affiliates can then download that data feed and build their own pages using your products and all of that information, so they don't have to manually type that in.
yeah.
It's also really good. I use it a lot. I don't necessarily use it in that capacity, but I use it a lot just to get product images that don't necessarily have watermarks, that I don't have to, take a screenshot of and be all janky and stuff. It's a good way to actually have a legitimate product image and information on your site that immediately clicks over to the merchant, and you don't have to do a whole lot of work. So.
There's some great WordPress plugins for data feeds where I can get the spreadsheet, I hook it right into the WordPress the way it's set up in the file on my server, and I can immediately build an entire site dedicated to all the products that click right from those become, the in-between landing page, and they click right through to the cart on the merchant.
What's a recommended one plugin for that?
Oh God, there's so many of them now. There's actually a good, and I don't work for any of these companies, but there's a good one called Datafeeder. It's with no E at the end, it's just the R. It's a company that has relationships with all these networks like ShareSale and tens of 20s of others.
I've got a couple more.
Yeah.
Datafeeder is in all of my programs.
Yeah.
There's also Pop Shops,
Pop shops. Yeah.
Golden Can, and there's one called Cellfire. So there's definitely some, and we love those third-party tools that join our products or join our programs. And they with Pop Shops, you use that service, and it's much easier to pre-fill your pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you do have that, I think we always make sure that we put that on the information page about the affiliate program, because that might make or break it for the affiliate, to see that we work with Golden Can, Pop Shops, or whomever.
Right. Okay. Anyone here that has a ShareSale program?
I
Please
think
say.
she had a question.
You have a question?
You offer an API. Do you need to also offer data feed?
I didn't hear the question. What was it?
If
You
you,
offer an API, which is data feed.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you need to also do a separate data feed to whatever network you're using?
If that's pretty advanced. If you have an API, you're going to get advanced affiliate to work with you. I mean, you can do anything with an API. I mean, you might need one for the less technical inclined affiliates who would rather just take the spreadsheet, data file and upload it through a WordPress plugin, like I mentioned before. You might need that for them, because they may not know how to make API calls. That's a whole other story.
So I'm guessing the data feed is not real time then.
No, it's not.
But it could be.
Yeah.
Some data feeds are updated. It's not real time, no, but they're updated at least once a month or once a day.
Day.
I don't think many data feeds are more than once a day.
Yeah.
Do these data feeds usually have how many items are left in stock?
That's a possibility. That's one of the fields. Merchants don't always have that technology capability, but that is one of those options. Okay, question?
Is usually with those data feeds, the affiliate is creating static pages or database dynamic pages? And if so, how does that affect your SEO? If you're doing dynamic.
It's not with the data feed. It's static. You could make it dynamic in other. This is getting to how technical you are as an affiliate, what you can build, and especially since you brought up an API, you can absolutely create dynamic on the fly. But if you're
More
talking,
important to get traffic in mind.
yeah. And if you're usually, for data feeds, I haven't used them in a while, but when I do, it's using WordPress, and there's all these other plugins you can do for SEO, for WordPress, and they work together. Because you're getting the product, all the keywords that go with that. So yeah, they work together. It's
So they create static pages.
yeah.
Okay. Amelia, this is the one, if you were on ShareSale, I'd be calling you out right now. You're on the other network. Yes. No, I can't do ours. Nope.
I can give you one. Home living style.
You're on ShareSale?
It's a fine line. It's not.
Okay. Home living style?
Was there a question or?
Oh, I'm sure so.
Okay, you're next.
Do hers.
Oh, no, you sign up. Home living style. No, we're starting there.
I do paid search for them. They just have.
Well, let's look at it. I'll be nice, don't worry.
He's brave. He did first and he's sitting in the
his
front.
nice is relative.
No, I think I've got to go back to merchants and search for merchants and do it here. Home living style. Furniture.
Yeah.
Furniture, yes?
Yeah, but those look like they're categories.
No, that should be, hopefully it'll show up. Let's look. Well, they don't show up number one.
Just try putting in .com.
Okay.
See if their brand comes up, if they're not categorized properly. It's not good.
Well, and this is part of it. You have to be found in ShareAcel. So there's a box when you're putting together your program with search words so that when this happens right here, what was it again?
HomeLivingStyle.com.
livingstyle.com. Okay, so they do show up for that. That's good. All right, let's go to their product page, prescription. Let's see, okay. Oh, that's nice to see.
Share sale exclusive merchant.
Oh, nice.
Yep, ShareAcel exclusive.
I love that.
You heard it from the affiliate.
Absolutely.
That when they've got, because affiliates don't like to work with programs that are on multiple networks because they don't want to have to worry about duplicate sales, and if they know that they're just on one network, it gives them a little bit more confidence. Okay, so take some notes.
Auto approve.
I almost want to call them and put them on screen.
All right,
Auto.
they're on auto approve. Is there a person managing the program?
I don't think they're very active with that. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Okay, all right. Well, they do have EPC, so they've got some sales. There's no reversals. Average sale is $400. Average commission is $40, 10% per sale. 90-day cookie. They have a data feed. They've got auto deposit. Let's go down and see what the description looks like. Dedicated affiliate manager, but yet there's no name. It says
There's an email or something, right?
our affiliate team may be contacted via email, affiliates@home. At least they've got the email there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, someone put, this is a good description. They've got good terms of service, brand representation, bidding on pay-per-click, content, communication. So the team did put together some effort to window dress it.
Yeah.
So give them some kudos.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
there's all the prohibited terms. So looks like they have a good program. I didn't see, did anybody see how old this program is? Let's go back up. See how long it's. Okay.
06?
Yep, 10/26/06.
It's new owners, so
Okay,
this program might be from the old owners, but you guys probably aren't managing it.
okay. Well, tell them that they've got to do manual approval. That's number one. And I've managed furniture sites before, and there is low conversion because people shop
Yeah.
for furniture online. They don't necessarily always buy furniture online. But average sale, $400, that's not bad. Let's look, since this has been around for a while, let's look at newsletters. I read your mind, Cindy. Is it pulling up? All right. So the last newsletter was 2012. Christen, what does that tell you?
I don't know. Do work. Talk to your affiliates. Send out a newsletter. We might not always read them. I get a ton of newsletters. I might not always read them, but if you put the effort in it, it at least stays in my inbox so I can refer back to it.
You read mine.
Yes, Greg.
Okay. All right.
But you only send one a month, which is awesome.
That's right.
I like that. I like the one a month. I have a couple merchants that I get 3 a day from, and that's the most obnoxious thing in the entire, seriously. Don't even want to go there. But it's obnoxious. I don't even like them every day. Once a week is fine. Once a month is great. But include everything, include all the deals you're going to have throughout the month. I do a weekly column on deals and discounts, and I like being able to search, Greg Hoffman or whatever affiliate or merchant that I'm looking for and be able to refer back to that email and be like, oh, yes, that's right. They have that going on right now. That's great. But don't send me something every day. I already get 200 emails a day. I don't need 400.
David, is Ronald still with the company?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, not that, I mean, that's an old newsletter, but it would be definitely good for them to send out a newsletter and give the new manager.
Like this good, or is that just not personalized or specific enough?
My first thought was, and I mean, again, this is sort of just a professionalism and representing your brand. All of our newsletters are in HTML with the branding. We include, to Kristen's point, deals, but we also embed banners so that they can pull them straight out of there. This newsletter I wouldn't send out a newsletter that looked like that.
This was text.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you want to look professional. I mean, this is an extension of your brand. You're talking to someone and trying to convince them to work with you and give them
Sure,
deals.
provide templates for that, or that's all on the?
Well, they
Not-
might now.
I don't know.
They have new tools. ShareCell has advanced newsletter tools.
Yeah, they did just launch them. We create our own, but
Yeah.
The best newsletters I get are branded newsletters. From an affiliate manager that has the separate information for, whatever relevant programs that include banners, that include the branding, that include, a generate link that goes directly and includes my affiliate ID. If I have to even start to go in there and try to find that, then I'm just going to forget about you because it's too much work. I'm a little bit lazy, but I'm also doing a lot of things, and I'm doing a lot of things to try to incorporate you into our blog every single day or however often. And if I have to do too much work for it, it's not worth it for me. It's not worth my time.
See, that was, 4 or 5 minutes. Just gave you a couple good suggestions to take back and give them some ideas.
How much time usually goes into managing a program properly?
a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it's all based on, if you're doing your job right as an affiliate manager, the whole industry is based on relationships, right? I mean, it's not pay-per-click per se. I mean, you're talking to people. You're meeting people like Christen, and you're going, hey, you know what? We have this great product, and this is why it's good for you, and this is how it would work for your readership.
Mm-hmm.
It takes, if you do it right, to be very honest with you, it's people to people, and if you take the time,
It's easy. Yeah. If you establish the relationship and you build the communication, just like life, it's a lot easier on you.
it's a full-time job for sure. I mean, the biggest mistake I think that gets made sometimes is that you'll meet someone, they're like, oh, well, I do the email marketing and I do social and then I also do affiliate.
Yeah, it's not a channel that needs to be touched upon 2 hours a week.
Can I touch on the social?
Sure.
Because I'm a blog, or we're a blog, the social aspects, make sure your program has social. Instagram, not necessarily Instagram all the time for every merchant or whatever, but definitely Twitter, definitely Facebook. Let me tag you, so that, or tag the merchant so that it's brand recognition. That's what it comes down to, is brand recognition and communication and building that relationship and establishing trust between, the reader, the customer, and the brand. But affiliate managers can do that. I mean, I just was recently talked to a client who wanted me to do a social media blast, and I was like, great, what's the Twitter handle? And they're like, we don't have Twitter. I'm like, then why am I doing social media blasts for you? What's the point? It doesn't build any sort of relationship. It's very important.
Okay, so we've got time for one more. What is yours?
Learning resources.
Learning resources.
I can give you the numbers.
Let's see if it shows up.
Nervous.
She's like, no, I'll give you the number.
It's all part of it. All right.
Hey.
First, good job. All right. So we will look at that.
Oh, you're number
page.
one for your name.
But also look, there are others that have put your keywords
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
there.
it's a pretty, we're an
It-
educational toy company, and then we also sell products that teachers can use in classrooms as teaching aids. So
Nice.
learning resources is a pretty general term for that type of product.
Okay. So you've got 6% commission. How long have you been on there? You've been on there since October 2013. You're on the right category. Cookie 30 days, auto deposit, and a data feed. and there's no auto approve, so good job.
Now with the data feed, I did set that up right away because I read the best practices of how to set up your account. I think I only have like 3 affiliates that have even asked to be part of the data feed.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't, is
How many-
there something I should do to push it? Because I don't even think they're using it.
How many products do you have?
Like 1,000?
Wow. And you don't have affiliates asking for a feed. That's,
No.
you may not.
So, I mean, I went through all the work to put it up there.
Yeah.
And I honestly think I have 3.
Do you think that they know what it is?
Yeah.
No, that's a serious, legitimate question,
Yeah.
because I had to learn what it was.
Maybe not, and maybe
Do you have the right kind of affiliates in the program? You know, that might be something.
we have had a relationship with a lot of bloggers that are stay-at-home moms,
Mhm.
teachers, things like that. So maybe that's a good point that they might not.
Send them a newsletter just saying, hey,
How do
just in
you- yeah.
case you didn't know, we have these tools, this is the best way to use them. Send out your own best tips and practices. That helps a lot. Educate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look, I don't think there's a way for us to see how often the data feed is updated
I think there is.
from without joining?
Maybe not.
Okay, so when was the last time you updated the data feed?
Probably in the spring. We only introduce new products once a year, so once those were
Okay.
introduced, I had added those.
Okay.
How about discontinuing products, though?
We have
'Cause
a
that
lot
would-
of stuff,
that would change
so
the
I
feed.
don't think it's dropping off every month. We discontinue once a year, and so
Oh, okay.
it sits online until.
Okay. But it sounds like a good newsletter to send out to your affiliates, that you do have a data feed. You only update it once a year because you only add and delete products once a year.
Yeah, I mean, I probably need to update it just with pricing, like if we discounted some items, a little bit more, so there is work there, but we do have it.
That's good.
Okay, scrolling down, are you Megan?
Yes.
Okay, good job.
I was really nervous of that.
No, but what do you see about the description, Jen?
It's pretty.
You're right.
It
You're right.
is, yeah.
It's HTML.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty. You've done it. You put a lot of work into
It
it,
is.
and affiliates I know appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like pretty things.
But you're giving them a lot of information, so this is very well done.
It is, and it's organized well so they can quickly scan to what they need to find, and the bullets are good, because a lot of times you see program descriptions, and it's just,
Look at
I would
that.
apply that same practice of the organization to all that. A
Dude, your-
big fat text block
Your
is hard.
terms of
I'm
service.
not gonna lie, when I set this up, I didn't know where to start, so I Googled
Okay.
for an example, and I read through it all, and it's like, okay.
If you can make it human,
Okay.
I would suggest that. Take a day and look at the things that are in here, the things that are most important, and take all the legalese out. This is one thing that I tell everybody is the affiliates are covered under the terms of service with the network,
Yeah.
and most of the legal stuff is there.
Okay.
So you don't have to put all of that in yours unless you're being dictated to by your corporate people. So just tell them what counts. Don't do this in my program. You can do this. Don't do that. And if you've got any questions, ask the manager.
You could do what he says, like humanize the terms of service, and then link to your corporate site for the, for all the legalese.
Okay.
All right. So you got a good program. Good job.
really good.
Does anyone have any questions? We've got about 5 minutes. We can go through any other questions that you've got about from affiliates or from managers. One question in the back. Go ahead.
Yes, so you're telling us that before we sign up to sell for companies, we need to come to share a sale and check them out here?
I'm not just saying share a sell. It could be any network, but do your homework before you sign up for them. And because you could find the greatest product out there, but if there's no good affiliate manager running the program,
It's
you
not
might
worth it.
you might not get the support you need. So for affiliates, do your homework before you join because everybody's got competitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you looking for in kind of numbers when you immediately look
looking at a new affiliate, what kind of things you just quickly scan over? Am I even going to bother talking to these people or think about them? You know, maybe the 10%, or you're going to the EP, or earnings per click, or what are you looking at as your first thing about these are people I might work with, these are might not?
I mean, commission. That's the very
I was
first
gonna
thing
say,
I look
I
at.
used to look at commission all the time. That was like the first thing. Like, how much can I make? Is like the first thing. But now, I don't even look at numbers first. I mean, because I've been doing this long enough. The first thing I look for is we keep on bringing in the human aspect. I want to know who you are first. I want to make sure that this is legit. I mean, nothing. Starting out years ago doing this, nothing's worse than doing the auto approve, getting in, and then sending up these campaigns, and then nobody ever answers the phone. And so I've got things converting. I don't know what's going on. How can am I doing well? Can I make it better? I don't know. I want to know who you are first.
On that
and
note,
then talk to you, and then I'll start thinking money.
on that note, I've built such relationships with affiliate managers that I will go and see who they're managing before I actually see what their product is. I will make it work for me because I want to work with them. I don't want to work with other people. I already have a relationship with them. I know that it's going to be beneficial for both of us. And if it is something that I can leave out if it's not going to be a good relationship, I'll just skip over it. So.
Yes.
I have a question about recruiting.
Yes.
Especially within share sale. What is the best way to find new affiliates?
Do it yourself. Go to Google, start Googling your best keywords, and it's just manual labor. Because ShareSell is not transparent with their affiliates because they don't want to give up that information. So as managers, you got to do it yourself. And it's trial and error.
But man, that makes your affiliates feel good.
I would say, too, the recruiting part is super duper important, obviously. But I think sometimes what gets ignored is keeping up with the affiliates, like looking at them. Like it's not like once you get them in the door, you're like, okay, great, I have 500, and you never talk to them. Look at the ones that came in and never did anything. Send them an email and see if you can activate them. Maybe say double commission on your first order to help get them activated and in. And look at people that maybe used to perform and then fallen off. Reach out, what happened. Take some time sometimes to go in and look at the site. Do they have a recent banner up? Do they have an old coupon code? Are they linking to the right page? So the recruiting part's important for sure, but again, really keep in touch with the people in your program and learn kind of what's going on with them.
All right, we are out of time. If you've got any questions, come up. And please fill out your comment forms and say nice things about us.
Thank you.